What's going on, everyone? John here from The Real Talk, back again with another review, and that is for Pet Sematary, which was directed by Kevin Kölsch and Dennis Widmyer, and stars Jason Clarke, Amy Seimetz, John Lithgow, and Jeté Laurence. So, obviously, this one is a remake of the 1989 film by the same name, and also based on the Stephen King novel of the same name. And I haven't seen the original, but I heard nothing but great things, and like the original, going into this remake, I heard nothing but great things. I saw the Rotten Tomatoes score, and I believe it was screened at South by Southwest, and a lot of people were really buzzing about it. So I think that's why going into this film, I was kind of excited the day of the screening. I saw it yesterday, and like I said, I was kind of excited. But prior to that, to be honest, like I haven't seen the original. When I heard they were remaking this, I'm like, okay, maybe, they remade it, and I really love that. And, let's see how this Stephen King adaptation goes. But the track record for horror remakes is kind of not good. We all saw what happened with the Nightmare on Elm Street series and Friday the 13th, or even the Texas Chainsaw Massacre ones. So I was kind of like, I'm not a big remake guy overall, but still, like the horror ones, I'm kind of like, let's see what it is about. And then we saw the trailer, and it still didn't do anything for me. The second one kind of did a little bit. It did give a lot of stuff away, but I was like, all right, whatever. Like we'll check it out, But like I said, going into this one, I think that's why I went in with high expectations because of what I heard, and I think ultimately that's why I was let down. I was expecting a decent horror film, but I got just nothing but the same generic jump scares from recent horror movies. And obviously I said that in that tweet, and since then I blew up, and I don't know why. Like it's crazy, it's bizarre. Like sometimes I tweet about movies, they get some likes and stuff, but sometimes every now and then they just blow out of proportion. It's kind of cool. But anyways, so that's what I said in my initial first reaction tweet. Since then I kind of sat on it and kind of thought about it a little bit, and my overall I guess thoughts about the movie haven't changed. It just, I will say this: it's better than most of the remakes that we've gotten before from like horror movies, and it's a little bit better from your normal kind of just horror film that rely just on jump scares. It's better than Ouija. You know what I'm saying? Like it's better than those movies that are really bad, that are literally just cash grabs. This one does have a little bit more substance, and it does have a theme going on. It's dealing with, obviously, with grief and a grim, dark twist on it and stuff like that. But ultimately, with that being said, the concept is what's scary, and the themes about it also is what's scary. And when you really think about it, it's like, man, this is a really twisted way to look upon grief and how someone is dealing with it and what's it about. So with that being said, I thought this movie could have been amazing, could have played on that, the themes and the messages, and just delivered us a great horror film. Really terrified us, really sent us going home, not wanting to turn off the lights and stuff like that, not wanting to sleep alone. But I just feel like they were just like, okay, well, we're setting up this great scare, but hey, we're setting up this great scare. I think that's what, for me, where it fell apart. You saw the scares coming out a mile away, and they were so predictable. And there was this one scare that actually got me. The two people next to me were jumping all the time. One scare actually got me, but ultimately it was a jump scare. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I didn't go home feeling horror. I didn't go home feeling terror like I would want from a movie like this. And something I said in my review of Us, it's this way, of Us, even though I love that movie and I admire the filmmaking and the way that everybody's been talking about it. I love that about films. That one, everybody who said was a horror masterpiece. In my opinion, a horror masterpiece doesn't involve comedy. I understand, like, this is a whole different subject. What I'm trying to say, for me, that's not what horror is. What true horror is, for me, is something like we saw in Hereditary, The Witch, Rosemary's Baby, even the OG Texas Chainsaw Massacre. For me, that stuff is what scares me, and what kind of just, the night I saw Hereditary, I saw it with a friend, but I came home and literally I have some stairs in my house, and I wanted to get up there real quick to turn on the lights. I didn't feel comfortable being alone, and that's what it's about. Horror movies are made to make you feel uncomfortable. But like I said, that's what I like about horror movies, and that's what I want from horror movies. But I do understand that film's subjective. So what scares me doesn't necessarily scare you. And that's what I'll say about the movie, is that if you guys like those type of jump scare movies and like to have fun with the crowd, this movie is going to be a great experience for you. Go watch it in theaters. enjoy it while you can. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the big screen and loud speakers with that audience is always a great time. And I do appreciate that when you have a fun time at the movies. So I definitely did have a fun time. Like I said, it's not a bad movie. It's not like Ouija, but for me, it just fell flat in just giving us generic scares and stuff like that. And also the ending was kind of just like, hey, we don't know how to end it, so let's just end it here. Like, let's just write wherever we can and just end it here. Kind of didn't, feel it. And also towards the end too, some of the scares, not the ending, but towards the end when it was like building up, I found myself laughing at some points. It's like, really, like, this is so predictable to the point where I'm laughing. It's like, come on, but like I said, there is some good things about the movie. It isn't a horrible, bad movie. I don't think it deserves that rap. And again, it's ultimately just, my opinion. And it does have some good performances. I thought the performances were pretty cool. Some of the shots were pretty interesting. And the score was pretty decent at times. I'm like, okay, cool. Like the beginning, like the first 2-3 minutes, that opening shot, I won't reveal much, but it kind of comes back to play later on. It was pretty cool. I like the score and the cinematography and that. But overall, like I said, it just didn't do it for me, unfortunately. I can't wait to watch the original. A lot of people say it's cheesy and stuff like that, and that's the point of it. But yeah, with that being said, like I said, if you like those type of movies, go ahead and watch it. You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna get your money's worth. But for me, again, film is subjective. Horror is really subjective as well. So for me, that's not what I consider horror and scary and stuff like that. But again, ultimately, it's not a bad movie. So go check it out if you're interested. But with that being said, guys, if you guys have seen the film, let me know your thoughts on it in the comment section down below. If you guys want to follow us outside of YouTube, you guys can at The Real Talk, Talk with 2Ks on Twitter and Instagram. You guys can also follow us on Stardust, just at The Real Talk. And until next time, we'll see you at the movies. Peace.